Genghis Khan was born in the Dalun-Boldak region of the Mongolian Empire in 1162. Its full name is recorded as Genghis Khan and it means two seas. He is the Mongolian commander, Mongolian ruler and founder of the Mongolian Empire. He manages to move from China to Egypt. Thus, it provided a great advantage in communication. However, messengers carried the bacteria found in different regions directly to the west during their travels. Bacteria evolving in different weather conditions triggered different diseases, causing Western people to suffer from plague. Genghis Khan caused 65% of Europe's death, which he never went to, due to the plague. He wrote a poem addressing his communication network. Since a nail disappeared, a horseshoe disappeared. Since a horseshoe has disappeared, a horse has disappeared. Since a horse disappeared, a horse disappeared. As a horse disappeared, a piece of news disappeared. As a news disappeared, a war was lost. And because a war was lost, an empire vanished. And all this happened only because a nail disappeared. He is the first person in history to start the concepts of psychological warfare and chemical warfare. That is, Genghis Khan always sends news with his ambassador and conveys the message before entering a city. If you surrender, we will kill all men, we will not touch the elderly, children and women. But if you resist, we will kill you all. It is also famous for the people who killed after the war ended making a pyramid in their heads, which is called the Genghis Khan pyramid. The barbarian identity is so prominent that many libraries that are said to have not burned, but on the contrary tried to protect their works. However, libraries, which are said to have burnt, have traveled from language to language. He stated that thanks to the recording of the conversations between Kuveni and Hulagu, they value the books and aim to burn only propaganda books. However, although Juveni says he burned propaganda books, it is obvious that this is not the case. Among the works he has used in the third volume of his book, it is in the book Sergazest I Sayidina, which tells the principles of Hassan Sabbah's belief. Contrary to popular belief, he attached importance to science, literacy and engineering. For this purpose, he made a special alphabet and enabled his children and soldiers to learn to read and write.
Also, before the sieges, the engineers in this unit had meetings with the soldiers and planned the sieges.
It changed the climate of the world because it killed almost 40 million people. Mongolian armies under his command conquered 22% of the world and killed more than 40 million people. After such a massacre, the fields that did not form with a sparse population in large areas turned into forests and these forests removed more carbon from the atmosphere. With this environmentalist aspect of the Mongolian invasion, 7 million tons of carbon cleared from the atmosphere is equal to the amount of carbon produced by today's global gasoline consumption. As a result of this research, Cengiz Khan received the title of the first global cooler. With the merger of Asia and Europe, Cengiz Khan removed borders and customs, and the economic structure in Asia changed. Trade between peoples has increased. It provided the information flow between both continents for a short time. It is because it connects Asia and Europe together that its name means two seas. The interaction created by this globalism has caused the human race to get mixed up to some extent. The trade route was so important to him. According to the rumor, a virgin girl with a pouch of gold in her pocket can travel from Anatolia to Japan without any evil. The Mongols, the Cossacks, the Kyrgyz, the Chinese, the Uzbeks, accept Genghis Khan as their ancestors. Even though Genghis Khan did not like the Tatars as their ancestors because they killed his father, Tatars also regarded them as their ancestors. However, since the names in his family are Turkish and his children and grandchildren introduce themselves as Turkish, they are accepted as Turkish by a wide audience. The ideas about this information are that Mongols and Turks are brothers. According to rumors, when Genghis Khan died, the great treasures were buried together with 40 horses and 40 virgin girls, and they spent hours with a horse so that no burials buried him, and then went to distant lands and killed them. Others say that a weaned camel was sacrificed before his mother's eyes and was buried in the victim. Because of this incident, the camel went to the grave of her cub every day, so that the footsteps of the camel were mixed. And the location of his grave has become unknown. Another rumor says, while his coffin was taken to his grave when he died, everyone on the road sacrificed him to Ulu Kagan. This is quite honorable and accepted as a level that everyone wants to achieve. This situation is attributed to the reason for belief in order. I am Hanlar Khan, Genghis Khan, I am the lady of all of you, showing his wife, by saying, this is my Han I am, the lady used for women made use of the form of address. Cengiz Han has had more than 5,000 marriages, and today 20 of every 100 people are thought to carry the genes of Cengiz Han. It is thought to be Dajjal in the Islamic geography. The reason for this is that it prevents the conquests of Islam and the wars and slaughter made in the dominant geography of Islam. However, he did not kill anyone because of being a Muslim and ordered that nobody be killed for religious reasons. Interesting Genghis Khan laws. 1. Those who pollute the water resources are executed. 2. Those who pollute the environment are executed. 3. No religion will be discriminated against. All religions will be respected. Believing in God is the goal. 4. If a passenger passes by those who eat, others should call him for dinner. Those who prevent the passenger from eating are punished. He is such a big figure in Turkish geography, Soviet Russia to erase its existence from memories and to suppress the nationalist sentiments of the Turkish lineages under its rule, it has banned the use of the name, Genghis Khan, both verbally and in writing.